Hello guys, today I'm here with David.
The plan is to build something we've never done before.
And it's gonna be a 30-liter nano paludarium with a waterfall.
Stay with us! We start the hardscape with light cosmetic sand.
So this is a regular Dennerle Nano set, but we wanted to make it a bit more creative. So we are going to use the corner filter as a pump for the waterfall.
And all that you're gonna see later in this video. We have carefully pre-selected the parts of the waterfall from the multi-layer stone. Here's the one part of the first stone and the second part of it.
Yeah, because David previously broke it.
Yeah. What if we build it with the filter so we can see the space behind the rocks?
Okay, let's do that. One of the hard parts of this aquarium was that we have to make a little space for the filter and to make it cleanable so you can take it out.
We add the FilterExtension kit to the normal Dennerle corner filter for much more biological filter function.
So we added this 90-degree angle that is part of the Dennerle set because we want to make the tube to go up.
Now we are checking the layers of the waterfall one by one, and after it we are gonna glue it together.
Fairy dust. So we adjust the rocks so you can take the filter out and your hand can go inside.
Our first idea was to make it with the normal Seiryu stone, but after it we figured out that the multi-layer type is much more usable for a waterfall type aquascape.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's really nice.
So the base of the waterfall, the hardscape, is ready. So now we are gonna take it apart and glue it layer by layer.
I'm just checking the fitting points of the two stones.
Maybe if you do this, then there is gonna be one fitting point for sure, and I think that is the other one.
You do a filter check. We need 2 millimeters. She do these hard things because she had the gloves.
It's perfect now.
Perfect now, yeah.
So now we can glue it together. Actually, we needed to put up some layers of rocks because we wanted to see the stability, because it's very important with this hardscape. And also we needed to find out if we can take the filter out of the corner easily, because that's the other very important thing. As I said before in the intro, this is gonna be a paludarium, so that means the water level is gonna be, I think, just right here. Of course, you need to reach the filter level, so the filter can function as a pump for the waterfall. There is gonna be no fish in this, only shrimps. Now I need to wiggle the rocks to see if it's some kind of stable, but I think it's pretty good. You did a good job.
Thank you very much. For a rock structure like this, it's very important to build it stable without any gluing, and if it's stable, after it you can glue it together and it will work really good. I will use more than one gluing point for this rock because it's not really stable on its own. This paper towel is visible from the front, but we will solve this problem with a small multi-layer rock or some pebbles, maybe a little piece of moss. Now you can make a little test for the stability. Is it okay now?
It's perfect.
Yeah. The cap of the waterfall.
Or I can bring this a little bit forward.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's follow the shape of the other rocks, so it's perfect. Yeah. Is it stable?
I think yes. If you get glue on the glass, don't worry. You don't have to wipe it, just let it dry and then you can scratch it off with some razor blades.
We are gonna make this structure more stable by adding some glue to this small crack. It's fully visible, but we will hide it with some rocks.
Now we are going to make the filtration part, which is going to be our pump. We're gonna use this 9 by 12 diameter tube. And also, in the Dennerle set, you can find this little 90-degree angle part, which is gonna be our little helper for the tube. So the tube can go up straight and you don't have to bend it. Now we're going to measure the length. You can cut it a bit longer to make sure it's okay for you. The Dennerle set contains only one 90-degree part, but we're gonna use two because we think it's easier for the tube. Although you can buy a piece like this, it's very much quite similar from Eheim.
I make it a little bit shorter because I don't want it to be visible from the front. You're just gonna see the water comes from the rock structure, not actually the tube itself.
So as you can see, now the tube doesn't break anywhere, so it's perfect for the water flow.
We are done with the tubing part, so the outflow of the filter is fitting perfectly. We are going to hide the end of the silicone tube with some smaller rocks from the WIO brand. This will be our most tricky part. We have to make a small, like a holder in the top of the waterfall to hold the outflow of the filter. We will solve this problem with some smaller multi-layer rocks.
The other reason that we choose the Dennerle corner filter is that there is a little valve on top of the outflow, so you can adjust the strength of the water flow.
The waterfall is done. Let's use some smaller rocks to adding more details to the foreground.
This was our final touch, and now we can start planting.
Mostly we are gonna use epiphyte plants, both of the waterfall and for the submerged part of the paludarium. We need some more bigger detail with the Bucephalandra wavy green.
Now we are rearranging the plants in order to not to be really patchy, but more natural.
We are gonna add some Christmas moss. It's both really good choice for the immersed place and for the submerged place. It will look different underwater than on the top of the waterfall when the surface is wet. But both types of the moss looks really nice, and it gives an interesting look for the whole paludarium. We have to figure out the place of the Hydrocotyle tripartita. This plant is a very good choice if you want to use it half submerged or fully immersed. It really likes these conditions.
We choose this plant because when it grows, it creeps down on the rocks. So it gives us a really nice jungle look. We finished this building, but don't go anywhere because you're gonna see the final tapes of this paludarium in the Green Aqua Gallery. Now let the magic happen.
Bye guys, take care.
Bye.